Hello, Hector. My name is Sean Everett. I'm the website analysis expert at Zucore Marketing. Thank you so much for talking with Eric. He sent your website on to me for analysis, which is exactly what you're going to get in this video. I'm going to show you how you can use your existing website to get more customers online. I'm going to show you a few things that you can implement right now if you wanted to. And I'm also going to show you how you can compete better with Apex Roofing because they are beating you online. I want to show you how you can turn that around. Now, the first thing I have to say is that you do have a beautiful website. A lot of custom photos. It's interactive. If I was a customer, I would love to show up here. I have absolutely no difficulty with this web page whatsoever, other than the fact that it's 2 years out of date. Somebody needs to go in and make sure that it's more up to date. But that aside from that, it's a fine website. Now, the first thing I have to tell you, though, is that I do have a paid tool that I use also to help me analyze your site, and that is this, Ahrefs. I have a subscription to this service. It shows me the metrics of how your your web page has been working over the last couple of months, and then I go and do a regular old Google search for Elgin, Illinois roofer. Why? Because Google is responsible for 96% of the traffic on the internet. And if you think about it, the last time you went to a site that you hadn't been to before, where were you first? Probably Google. So they have a huge stranglehold on the internet. Not much we can do about that. Now, what I want to do, though, is make sure that you understand how Google works, because if Google is responsible for 96% of the traffic on the internet, then you certainly want to know how it works, because if you don't know how something works, you can't use it, right? It's like any other tool. And this website of yours should be a tool of your company that brings you in customers and money. So the first thing I want to do is explain to you how Google works by showing you how this result page came in. Now, Google has an algorithm that they developed so that their search customers would be brought to more relevant results. Now, for them, relevancy is different than for you and me. I want somebody to have a good work ethic, and they want somebody to have a good website. So we're a little at odds on that one. But let me show you how they get there. And the first thing they want is they want you to fill out a Google business profile, which is why these folks are up here in this area that we call the map pack. Now, this company paid to be here. See, is sponsored above them. But the other three, they just filled out a Google business profile, which gave Google the idea that, hey, you're serious about wanting to be in our search results. So here's a little reward for filling that thing out as thoroughly and precisely as you can. So that's how they got up here at the top. Now, see the things that the profile is asking for. It asks you what year you opened your business. It asks you what your daily hours are. Then it's also going to ask you to prove that you own the website. And this is a great place to be up at the top of a Google search. Now, underneath this is what we call the organic search results. And why do we call them organic? Because you don't have to do anything in particular to get in a Google search result. You just have to have a website. But here is the thing. Having a website and being in the list doesn't mean you're going to be near the top. Google algorithm is looking for two more things. Now, I'm going to show you. I selected Apex Exteriors as your Google competitor because they're at the top of the Google search results. They're the first contractor that you come across. Now, here is your website. Again, I'm going to do something real fast. Copy and paste your website into this word counter. There we go, 1,079 words. I'm going to do the same for Apex. There we go. 2,761 words. Now, if you're an algorithm looking for words, you're going to select the one that has the most. And unfortunately, they beat you by more than double. And the interesting thing is that Google's minimum is 1,500 words. They figure that's the least amount of words that you can have on your homepage that will teach the people who Googled something about whatever it was that they Googled. So they're going to send you to a page that has the most amount of information on it. And they don't have any way of verifying what that information is, except in one respect. And that's what I'm going to get to next. The words themselves are not all equal at Google. So having, in your case, you want to get 2,762 words, but more than that obviously would be better. These are the words that you're going to want to get in there. You want to get in, oops, here we go. I've been doing that a lot lately. You're going to want to get in keywords. Here are your keywords. You have 11 of them. And that's a good start. Keywords come from your industry. They come from Google searches that are made. They come from the communities that you work in. So that's what distinguishes you from, say, a dairy farm in Wisconsin. I'm not going to type in roofer for Elgin and get a dairy farm. You know what I mean? So here's what your competitor has, 1,200. So it's a little bit higher than 11. And I'm going to show you what those are. Let me go to organic keywords and click. And boom, just like that. Here we go. Cheapest siding. I guess they do siding also. Cheapest exterior siding. Inexpensive siding. People like inexpensive and cheap, apparently. Window installation. These have a lot to do with other services. I don't know. Let me look at your site here. Services. Let me see what you guys do, because if you don't do windows, if you don't do siding, then yeah, you do. You do siding, you do windows, you do gutters. So these are all relevant keywords. Least expensive, and all of these things are answered in the Apex website. They have essentially taken all of these key phrases as what they are really, and they have them listed on their website. Now, it's important for me to tell you that the Google algorithm does not know our language. It does not know that cheap siding alternatives is very much like cheap home siding. Because it has no ability to reason. It does not know singular and plural. It does not know that roof, roofing, and roofers are all related. It doesn't know any of that. It just looks for what it's looked for in the order that it was given to look for it. And that's how it determines the placement on a Google search page. Now, as you can see, there are 51 pages of these keywords. I have access to them, so it would be easy to sort of duplicate what they have going on. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you about is backlinks. Backlinks is where you have a different site with your site on it, like perhaps Yelp, for instance. If you put your URL on there and people can travel to your site from Yelp, that is a link back to your site, a backlink. Now, what we're really interested in is this number, the referring domains, the number of actual websites that you are on by domain. Because a domain may have you on several pages, and that would give you a bunch of backlinks. But you only are interested in the domains. Now, here you have 7. Oh, I did it again. And your competitor has 224. So, again, that is a bit of a jump. Now, I'm going to show you what theirs are. Referring domains. Here we go. Let's click and see what happens. All right. And just like that, here we go. Homestead, expertise.com, Yellow Pages, This Old House, Super Pages, and so on. All of these are construction and roofing and whatever related. And some of them are just, like lists from the phone company. But they're all relative to what it is that you do and how you attract customers. So Google knows that. Google's not going to give you any credit if you go and get a backlink from a donut shop. They're going to say, hey, this doesn't make any sense because nobody else is referred to by that. So that's what you want to do. You want to get on sites that are rated 70 and higher, more or less. And the reason is that the higher rating, the domain rating, means that the more of these sites have links to them. That is the strength of a domain's backlink profile. So like your backlink profile is what? Currently 0. But these folks, this is a scale of 0 to 100, have 91 at homestead.com, expertise.com. They have a 90. And if they're good enough to be on these sites, you are too. Sometimes it's as simple as going and filling out a profile. That's exactly what is required from expertise.com. There is a button on the top right that says list me, and you click it, and that's what you do. Now, doing that, of course, is time consuming and dull as a box of hair, but you might want to do that. But anyway, here we go. What this all means is this. Last month, your traffic was 6. That means the number of people that visited your site was 6 as a result of a Google search. And that is up 2 from the month before where you had 4. Now, you know that that is much less than 1 visitor every, 4 days, maybe 5 days. So that is not sufficient. Here's what they have. They had 247. So just doing the math, it's about 35 times more opportunity for one of those visitors to become a paying customer and put money in your pocket. Now that is, I don't know what the percentage of visitors that become something is. That's not something I have access to, but I can tell you that 247 is higher than 6 in terms of just mathematically more opportunity. Now, I'm going to show you one final thing, and that is this. I'm going to look for NV Roofing Services here in the Google search page, and I want you to think about your own Google search habits. When you are looking for something, let's say an Elgin, Illinois roofer, how far down are you going to scroll before you say, you know what, I probably found what I needed. I can stop scrolling because there we go. There you are, NV Roofing. Now, you're not that far down, but look at what the difference it was by being number 1 and being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th. First to 9th means the difference between 6 visitors and 247. And it's easy for you to do this. I'm going to summarize. So first is the Google Business Profile. That will get you up here. The second is more keywords. The third is more backlinks. And these are all things that you can implement today, this afternoon, if you wanted to. Call your web designer. Get him going. But he's the body shop and we are the mechanics. We can definitely help you make these changes. It's not going to make your site look ugly. And we would help you with that with the goal of getting a bunch of new customers. That's what this is all about. Why not be at the top of a Google search where more people are going to click? Now, Eric is going to be back in touch with you to get some feedback about what I've talked about. And I just want to thank you, Hector, for sticking with me, and have a great rest of your day.